Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. In this part we will see some basic properties of the Legendre, Hermite, Bessel differential equations. So here only this part in your syllabus, that is Legendre, Hermite and Bessel. So we will only discuss on these things. So here we will see first the differential equation with the variable coefficients. So basically you know the four types of the differential equation. One is Legendre differential equation. Legendre. The next one is Bessel differential equation. Then the third one is Hermite differential equation. And the fourth one is Laguerre differential equation. So basically you know these four types of the differential equation, and this differential equation it can be solved by the power series solution method. This can be solved by the power series solution method as well as the Frobenius method. And also we will see what is the difference between this power series solution method and the Frobenius method. Okay, Frobenius method. We'll only discuss on the important things. Okay. So the standard form of the second order differential equation can be written as, if I write the standard form of the second order differential equation, this is your second order differential equation. So we can write this is suppose a to the coefficient of y double prime, that is your d square y by ds square, plus a1, here I will write y prime, that is dy by dx, plus a naught y equal to 0. So you know y prime equal to dy by dx and y double prime equal to d square y by ds square. So here this is the differential equation or the second order differential equation, where this a0, a1 and a2, these are called the coefficients of y, y prime and y double prime respectively. So there are two types of point exist, that is if we will consider for the ordinary point, then for the ordinary point how you check whether the ordinary point of this equation exists or not. This is suppose equation 1. So the ordinary point for the equation 1, we can check at x equal to a, suppose at any point x that is equal to a, if we have this a1 divided by a2, that is if I will divide this a2 term in both the second and third term, so it will represent like this. This is your a naught. Okay. So here this term is not present. So simply if I will take a1 by a2 and a naught by a2, and these are both finite, this as well as this both are finite, so here we can say that for that point the function is ordinary. Okay. Next we will see for the singular point. So there are two types of point. One is ordinary and another one is your singular point. Singular point. So similarly at x equal to a, if I will calculate at any point x equal to a, either a1 by a2 or a naught by a2, any of it, or both are infinite, then we can say that there exists the singular point. Okay. So we have to check either one of it, that is a1 by a2 or a naught by a2, or both a1 by a2 as well as a naught by a2. If they are infinite, then we can say that there exists a singular point. And also this singular point can further divided into two parts. One is a regular singular point and another one is irregular singular point. So in case of regular singular point, if we will consider that point, suppose at x equal to a, if I will see at x equal to a, if the point exists, that is the singular point exists, so we can say that if I will calculate x minus a into a1 by a2, I will give the example, and x minus a whole square into a naught by a2, and both are finite, this and this both are finite, then we can say that at that point the point is the regular singular point. Okay. And for the irregular singular point, No worry, I will give the example of this. And for the irregular singular point, suppose at x equal to a, if I will check, so either x minus a, that is if I will multiply x minus a is the point, it is a is the irregular, a is the singular point. Okay, a is the singular point, and we have to check whether it is regular or irregular. So simply we have to multiply this x minus a with the a1 by a2. Here we have to check x minus a whole into a1 by a2, or x minus a whole square a0 by a2, or both are infinite. Both are infinite. Okay, so if both are infinite or any of these are infinite, then we can say that that point is the irregular singular point. And at that point x equal to a, if this and this both are simultaneously, they have the finite value, then we can say that that point is called the regular singular point. Suppose for example, let us take one example. The equation is in the form of x into x minus 2 whole square y double prime, it means d square y by ds square plus 2 whole into x minus 2 y prime plus x plus 3 y equal to 0. Now in this equation you can see the coefficient of y prime and y double prime, we can denote this as, since this is the power 0, y power 0, so simply y power 0 means it is the 0th order. Okay, something power 0, this is the 1. Still here I am considering y power 0 means this is the order 0. The first order derivative is 0. So at the 0th order derivative, we can say, just let me correct this, this is your d0y by d0x. So this is the 0th order derivative, or simply we can write y. Okay, for the first order derivative I will write dy by dx, this is your y power 1 I can say. So this is your dy by dx. Okay, if I write d square y by ds square, this is the second order, I can write y double prime. So simply I will denote this as a0, this one is a1, and this is your a2. Okay, this is your 0th order derivative, this is your first order derivative, and this one is your for the second order derivative. Here the coefficients are like this. Okay, let me erase this part. Now this a2, a1, a0 are known. Now we can calculate. First of all, what is the question? You have to calculate the singular point, and you have to check whether these are regular or irregular in nature. Okay, you have to calculate whether in the differential equation the singular point exists or not. If the singular point exists, you have to calculate whether this is regular or irregular singular point. Now suppose I will calculate a1 by a2. So here this a1 by a2, simply what we are doing, we have to first check a1 by a2 we will calculate and a0 by a2 calculate. That after if there exists the singular point, then simply we will multiply for that point x minus a and x minus a whole square. Okay, so let me show you. The question is this. So a1 by a2 is here 2 into x minus 2 divided by a2 is x into x minus 2 whole square. Now this x minus 2 get cancelled, that is equal to 2 by x into x minus 2. And similarly for a0 divided by a2, we can calculate this will be equal to x plus 3 divided by, in place of a2 this is x into x minus 2 whole square. So this is simply x into x minus 2 whole square. So this term remain as it is. Now you can see in this part, that is a1 by a2, in this part if we put x equal to 0 as well as x equal to 2, this a1 by a2 is infinite and this a0 by a2 also infinite. If we put x equal to 0 here, then something by 0 is infinite, and also if we put here, then something by 0 is infinite. And also if we put x equal to 2 in this part, then 2 minus 2 is 0, something by 0 is infinite. And also for the same here, since this term goes to infinite, we can say that there exists a singular point. Okay, so for x equal to 0 and x equal to 2, we can say that these are the two singular points. Now if I will check for the at x equal to 0, if I will check at x equal to 0, I will just write x minus 0 into this part a1 by a2. Okay, if I write a1 by a2, that is simply equal to x minus 0 means x into 2 divided by x into x minus 2. So x get cancelled, that will be 0 minus 2. So that will be equal to minus 1. Okay. Again, we can calculate for a0 by a2 also. Now let me write here. Suppose that x minus 0, at x equal to 0 we are also calculating, into this is x plus 3 divided by x into x minus 2 whole square, that is a0 by a2. So I can write this is a0 by a2, that is equal to x square into x plus 3 divided by x into x minus 2 whole square. One x will get cancelled with this x. If I put at x equal to 0, then this value goes to 0 because x into something, so that will goes to 0. So you can see here from this expression, at x equal to 0, this x minus 0 a1 by a2 equal to minus 1, and here this x minus 0 whole square into a0 by a2 is 0. So both are finite. Since both are finite, we can write, since both are finite, so this is called, at x equal to 0, this is called the regular singular point exists for the differential equation. This is the regular singular point, because we know if this x minus a, and a means here at x equal to 0, that 0 point is the a. Okay, so this x minus a into a1 by a2, just a minute, yes, this one, x minus a into a1 by a2 and x minus a whole square a0 by a2, since both are finite, so we can say that at x equal to 0 the regular point exists. And also you can calculate for x equal to 2. Okay, and if any of this, suppose at x equal to 0 this point goes to infinite, then we no need to calculate further. Okay, so simply you can write this is your irregular singular point. So for the irregular singular point, you have to check whether any of these are infinite or both are infinite, then we can say that that is your irregular singular point. Now let us see one important thing. Then for the solution of the differential equation, so we choose the power series solution method. Okay, that is, suppose if I consider, suppose x equal to a, it is an ordinary point of the differential equation. This point is ordinary point of the differential equation. So in this part we can apply, when this is the ordinary point of the differential equation. Okay, this is important. Then we use power series solution method. Okay, power series solution method. So what is this power series solution method? Simply for the differential equation we can assume this y equal to, that is the solution, that is y equal to sum over k equal to 0 to infinite ak, the coefficient, into x minus a power k. Okay, that is here, this is the power series about x equal to a. Now if I will expand this, we can write a0 plus a1 into x minus a plus a2 into x minus a whole square, and so on. Okay, so this is called the power series solution method, and it is only applicable for the ordinary point of the differential equation. Okay, now if I will calculate for x equal to a, suppose x equal to a, this is the regular singular point of the differential equation. This is regular singular point of the differential equation. So now for this case we will use the Frobenius method. This is the Frobenius method for the solution of the differential equation. So the Frobenius method is, that is, here we will assume simply y equal to, that is the solution of the differential equation, to be k equal to 0 to infinite summation ak, the coefficient, into x minus a power m plus k, where the m is the integer. Okay, so m is the integer. Okay, so now the question arises that if x equal to a, it is the irregular singular point. Now, if x equal to a, it is the irregular singular point, because the singular point is of two types. One is regular or non-essential singular point, and another one is irregular singular point or essential singular point. If x equal to a is the irregular singular point, then we cannot use the Frobenius method. Okay, we cannot use the Frobenius method to solve this. But for the ordinary differential equation, you will apply power series solution method. This is simply power k. But here, when the point is the regular singular point of the differential equation, then we will apply the Frobenius method, and here you can see the power is m plus k. Okay, so this is just the basic difference between the power series solution method and the Frobenius method. Power series solution method we will use for the ordinary point, and the Frobenius method is used for the regular singular point of the differential equation. And here the irregular, for the irregular singular point we cannot use the Frobenius method. Since irregular singular point is not in your syllabus, now we are not going to discuss on that. Now let us see for the Legendre differential equation. Now we will see the Legendre differential equation. So the question in the exam, it is asked that the type of the Legendre differential equation, that is, you have to just identify which equation will be the Legendre differential equation. So let me write, this is 1 minus x square y double prime minus 2x y prime plus n into n plus 1 into y, that is equal to 0. Okay, where n equal to the positive integer. This is the positive integer. Okay, positive integer. So 1 minus x square whole into y double prime minus 2x y prime plus n into n plus 1 whole y equal to 0. This represents the Legendre differential equation. And here this x equal to plus or minus 1, since we have already calculated in our PG syllabus as well as your plus 3 syllabus. So here we are not going in further detail on it. Simply just remember, for x equal to plus or minus 1, these are the two singular point and this is the two regular singular points. Okay, x equal to plus or minus 1, these are your regular singular point, and x equal to 0, this is the ordinary point. This is the ordinary point. So let me show you one more thing. You can see here in this expression, that is in this Frobenius method, if we will put this m value to be 0, then it will reduces to the power series solution. Okay, so here x equal to plus or minus 1 are the two regular singular point, and x equal to 0, it is the ordinary point. Now we will see for the Legendre differential equation, we will see the Rodrigues formula. Okay, the Rodrigues formula, that is, here I will write Rodrigues formula for Legendre differential equation. Legendre differential equation. This is not linear, this is Legendre differential equation. Okay, and here you know the solution of the Legendre differential equation, or simply this Pn of x, this is called as the Legendre polynomial. This is the Legendre polynomial of order n. Polynomial of order n. So for this, we can write this Pn of x equal to 1 by 2 power n into n factorial d power n divided by dx power n, that is nth order derivative of x square minus 1 power n. Okay, so this is simply the Rodrigues formula for the Legendre differential equation. 1 by 2 power n, n factorial, nth derivative of x square minus 1 power n. Now in this part you can see, if I put the value this n to be 0, if I put n to be 0, that is p0 of x, we can write this is equal to 1 by 2 power 0 is 1, 0 factorial is 1, so this is 1 into 0th order derivative of x square minus 1 power 0, so that is simply 1. So the p0x equal to 1. So in the exam you can get the direct question, that is, what is the value of p0 of x? Okay, that is the where p and x represents the Legendre polynomial of order n. So for that case p0x will be equal to 1, and simply we can calculate p1 of x. If we will put n equal to 1, then you will get 1 by 2 power 1, that is 2, into 1 factorial is 1, into first order derivative of, that is d by dx of x square minus 1. Okay, and that is equal to, if I will calculate, this is 1 by 2 into this d by dx of x square is your 2x. 2 get cancelled, so the answer will be x. And similarly, you can calculate p2 of x, and directly you have to remember the value if it is possible. Otherwise, you can directly calculate from this expression. This is 1 by 2 into 3x square minus 1, and p3x will be equal to, let me write, p3 of x equal to 1 by 2 5x cube minus 3x, and p4x you can write p4 of x equal to 1 by 8 35x power 4 minus 30x square plus 3. So basically you have to remember p0 x, p1 of x, and p2 of x, and p3 of x. Okay, these are your important. And some basic properties regarding the Legendre polynomial, we can write Pn of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 power n. So these are some basic properties here I am writing. And if n equal to the number of nodes, then we can say that this Pn of x has n nodes. Okay, it has n nodes. And also you remember Pn first order derivative at 1 is equal to 1 by 2 n into n plus 1. And also Pn prime minus 1 is equal to minus 1 power n. It is simply, if I will substitute, this is your minus 1 power n into Pn1. So this is simply minus 1 power n. This is Pn prime 1. So that is 1 by 2 n into n plus 1. Now we will see the generating function for the Legendre polynomial. Generating function for Legendre polynomial. So here the generating function for the Legendre polynomial can be written as, this is 1 minus 2x t plus t square power minus half, and it is also equal to, we can write sum over, this is equal to n equal to 0 to infinite Pn of x into t power n. Okay, so this is called the generating function, that is specially 1 minus 2xt plus t square power minus half. This is called the generating function for the Legendre polynomial. And now also we can write, this is the generating function for the Legendre polynomial. And now we will write the orthonormality of the Legendre polynomial. Orthonormal condition we can write, the orthonormal condition for Legendre polynomial. Condition of Legendre polynomial. Now for the orthonormal condition, that is here we can write, just a minute. Yes, here we can write the integration from minus 1 to plus 1 Pn of x into, suppose another one, Pm of x into dx, if I will take, its value equal to 2 by 2n plus 1 into delta mn. These are your important things, just try to remember these things. And Pn of x, Pn s of x equal to 2n plus 1 by 2 gamma. Now just leave this is not in your topic. So just, this is simply you have to multiply Pn of x there. So this is not in your syllabus. So let us not do complicated things. And also this is your orthonormal condition. And one more thing you have to remember, if it is like from minus 1 to plus 1 Pn s of x into Pm s of x into dx, then simply this is equal to delta mn. Okay. Now we will see the Bessel differential equation. Bessel differential equation. So for the Bessel differential equation, we can write, this is x square y double prime plus x y prime plus x square minus n square whole into y equal to 0. And also here y prime means dy by dx, y double prime means d square y by ds square, and so on. And here n is called the real constant. This is the real constant. So the Bessel differential equation, you can distinguish between the Legendre and the Bessel differential equation. Here it is x square y double prime plus xy prime plus x square minus n square whole into y equal to 0. And here x equal to 0, it is the regular singular point. This is the regular singular point. And for the first kind of the Bessel function, that is of order n, if I write the solution, that is solution means y equal to, this is Jn of x, that is a polynomial, that is as in case of the Legendre we have considered Pn of x, and here for the Bessel we will consider Jn of x, that is equal to sum over r equal to 0 to infinite minus 1 power r divided by r factorial into n minus r whole factorial into x by 2 power n plus 2r. So this is the Bessel function of the order n, that is Jn of x equal to this much. And also one more thing you have to just remember, for j 1 by 2 of x we can write this is simply equal to 2 by pi x root over into sin x, this is root over not gamma, and here j minus half of x, that is equal to 2 by pi x root over cos x. Okay, these are your important things. So for j minus half of x, this is 2 by pi x root over cos x, and for positive j half of x we can write this is 2 by pi x root over sin x. And here the properties like for the Bessel function there are infinite nodes are possible. Here you can remember some recurrence formula or recurrence relation, you can say the recurrence relation for Bessel function, Bessel equation, Bessel differential equation you can write, just try to write the full, that is Bessel differential equation. So x jn prime of x, that is equal to n, jn means jn of x minus x jn plus 1 to jn prime will be equal to jn minus 1 minus jn plus 1. So these are some basic recurrence relation, and also you can remember x jn prime equal to minus n jn plus x jn minus 1. Okay. Now we can write the generating function for Jn of x, that is the Bessel. Okay, Bessel function, that is Jn of x. So the generating function here it is, that is for the coefficient of z power n we can write the generating function is, just a minute, this is your exponential x by 2 into z minus 1 by z. This is the generating function for Bessel function. And here the orthogonality of the Bessel function you can write from 0 to 1 x jn alpha x into jn beta x dx equal to 0. So the direct question can be asked in your exam. Okay. Now also we will see for the Hermite differential equation. Now let me write Hermite differential equation. Hermite differential equation. Now in this case also we will see the equation is in the form y double prime minus 2x y prime plus 2 alpha y equal to 0. This is the Hermite differential equation. And for the Hermite function we can write Hn of x, that is the Hermite polynomial we can say, this is equal to minus 1 power n exponential x square nth order derivative with respect to x of exponential minus x square. Okay, this is the Hermite polynomial we can write like this, or simply from this we can calculate h naught of x equal to 1 These are your important direct question can be asked. h1 of x equal to 2x. Similarly, h2 of x equal to 4x square minus 2. This is 4x square minus 2. And h3 of x we can write h3 of x equal to 8x cube minus 12x. Okay. Now the generating function for the Hermite polynomial, or the generating function we can write generating function for the Hermite differential equation. We can write this is your exponential 2xt minus t square. This is exponential 2xt minus t square and its value equal to sum over n equal to 0 to infinite hn of x divided by n factorial into t power n. So this is the generating function for the Hermite polynomial. And the orthogonal property of Hermite differential equation, we can write integration from minus infinite to plus infinite e power minus x square hmx into hnx dx, that is equal to 0 when m is not equal to n and its value is 2 power n into n factorial root over pi when m equal to n. Okay, so this is the orthogonal property of the Hermite differential equation. Now we will see some recurrence relation for the Hermite polynomial. So the recurrence relation for Hermite differential equation or Hermite polynomial, we may say. For the Hermite polynomial we can write the recurrence relations are, so first of all let me write h n prime of x, that is the first order derivative of the Hermite polynomial, that is equal to 2n h n minus 1 of x. Okay. Now the second one is 2x hnx, that is equal to 2n h n minus 1 of x plus h n plus 1 of x. And also this hn prime of x can be written as 2x hnx minus h n plus 1 of x. That is, if we will put the value of hn of x in the Hermite differential equation, we will get the result that is equal to 0. Okay, that is the solution of the Hermite differential equation is hn of x. So this is basically the differential equation types, that is we have discussed about the ordinary point as well as the singular point and the type of the singular point, that is regular singular point and irregular singular point. And that after here we have discussed about the power series solution method as well as the Frobenius method. And that after we have discussed about the Legendre differential equation and its Rodrigues formula for the Legendre differential equation. And here the generating function orthonormal condition, here I have just left the Legendre recurrence relation, let me write it here. So the recurrence relation for the Legendre polynomial. So we can write the recurrence relation as sum of the recurrence relation, we may say Pn prime. Direct question can be asked. So Pn prime of x minus x into P prime n minus 1 equal to n into P n minus 1 and x square minus 1 whole into Pn prime equal to n into xpn minus Pn minus 1. And that after also we have discussed about the Bessel differential equation, and also here we have already discussed about the Hermite differential equation. Since Lagrange is not in your topic, that is in your syllabus, particularly for the state selection board exam, SSB exam, not in your syllabus, so up to this much we have only discussed about the formula. And in the next lecture we will discuss on some important MCQs related to this function. Okay, so this is all for today. If you have any doubt, can ask me in the comment section. Thank you all.